Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and I am back with another tutorial, so let's get cracking. We are starting on my website, HLModTech.com, because this is where the request for today's tutorial came from. Don't forget, I've got a ton of amazing lessons about Tinkercad, lasers, 3D printing, all kinds of stuff, but then also down at the bottom, a sweet built-in messaging tool. You can click that button, add your question, comment, or suggestion, and reach me almost instantly. Friends, let's get started. Today's project is going to be using our Google apps. I want you to go to your Google Drive. I need you to click New, and I need you to click More, and we're going to work with Google Drawing. Now, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to name it. We're going to call these Ornaments, and then I need you to put your initials on them so we can keep track of whose is whose. The next step is I want you to click File, and we're going to choose Page Setup. Instead of Standard 4:3, we're going to choose Custom. I want you to switch from inches to centimeters, and then we're going to do 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters. So we're going to have a little square shape. When we do this project, we need to be close to the same, so make sure you're following this part really closely. First, we're going to click Shape, and on the shapes, we're going to choose the oval. This is 7 centimeters. Our design is going to be close to 6. So notice I'm moving in 3 squares. I'm going to hold down Shift, and that makes the shape a perfect circle. Notice I'm close to the same distance on every side. It just needs to be close, and then you can set it down. We do need to get rid of the fill, so you need to set that to transparent. You also must have the same colors as me. We're going to set this to red because it's going to be a cut. That is the outside of our ornament. We are also going to put a hole in this. When you come over here to the oval again, shapes, this one we need to be about 4 of these little grids. So once again, I'm going to hold Shift. You can see I've got 4 complete ones inside there. If I move it over, you can see it a little better. See how there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That is going to be the hole. We want these to be aligned. So all we do is grab that entire set. Then we're going to click Arrange, Align, and Center. And it'll line them up just right. Now that we've got the outside of our shape, let's add some awesome text. I'm going to tell you the best way is to choose Insert Word Art. This lets us make our text fancy. I'm going to type Mary, and I'm going to do Shift Enter to make it on a second line. So there's Shift Enter, and now I'm going to do Christmas. You can have your own words right there. And then I'm going to do Shift Enter one more time, and I'm going to put 2022 so that this ornament will be linked to this year. When I press Enter, it saves it. Notice that comes in pretty large. We can shrink and grow that as much as we want. After you've got your design in, pick a font that you think is like. You can look all through the list. You can also click More Fonts. I do want to show you these big fonts are usually much more easy to read when you put them on a design. If you choose one of these skinny ones, they do not mark as much as you want in your project. So I'm going to switch to the larger choice, and then I'm going to scale it down so it doesn't take up the whole design, and I'm going to move it to the spot where I want. I am making sure it is in the entire design, and then this is also important. You need to pick specific colors. The outside of the design needs to be the green. The inside of the design is going to be a fill, and it needs to be the pink. Make sure you're watching your neighbors as you build these. You have to do that the exact right way, or your laser doesn't read the file correctly. And then get it where you want and the size you want on your project, making sure that you don't bump in to the edges. Friends, with our words in place, it is time to find a quick image. Let's do Insert Image, and we are going to search the web. As you can see, I typed snowflake clip art, and then from the list, you need to find one that has these edges. Once you click the one you like, I'm going to choose this blue one, and then choose Insert to bring it in. When you bring it in, I'm going to do that Shift Shrink to get it so it fits in my design. I want to make sure they do not bump into each other. You can have more than one of these, so if I wanted to put one on each side, I'm going to do Control C and Control V. I'm going to make the second one a little smaller just so that makes it look a little cooler. And then I want to make sure that they are a different color. Cannot be red because that would be a cut. And then if I could do the green and the pink, I would. But notice this. If you click on the colored outline, it does the shape, and that would be bad. So we're going to go back to that color, and I'm going to shut that off. And we're going to just leave it as a separate color. When you are happy with your choice and your design, and you've stretched it, and it fits, and they're not bumping into each other, it is time to export it for laser cutting. It is this easy. Click File, and choose Download as Scalable Vector Graphics. I'm going to save mine to my Downloads folder. Once I hit Save, then it's ready to be brought into your laser cutting software. Friends, as I wrap up, I want to send a quick shout out to Mr. Bryant. Thank you so much for asking about this project. I think it's super slick, and I hope you have a ton of fun with it in your class. Before I sign out, let's review what you learned. You learned how to use Shift to make a perfect circle while you were dragging. You learned how to add word art, change the edges so that they engrave and fill. And you learned how to import clip art and get it ready for engraving. Friends, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HLModTech. Of course, if you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.